of guys like running stainless steel systems, something like Sidewinders. Well, I went ahead and did that, and well, let's just say that because my motor was not tuned correctly, had a massive backfire and basically blew a hole on the top of the muffler, which I kind of welded back together, kind of like half-assed, because I don't have stainless steel wire to weld it back together. So it looks like crap. Basically, it broke again, so I had to repair it again. But in the meantime, I made another one. I made a quieter system, since the original Sidewinder was just too loud. Really loud. So I went ahead and made this one. And basically, I just went to the muffler shop, got a flange, a 3-inch flange, or actually, I don't remember what size it is. I don't remember. You guys can figure that out. Went to muffler shop, got a flange. I got a step down, or whatever you want to call that, or step up little piece from AutoZone. Got an elbow. I got a turbo muffler. There's the L bracket. You want to weld one of those. Definitely don't want too much weight back there, because it's just gonna, your muffler's just gonna fall apart, crack and stuff. And down back here, I went ahead and got some straight pipe with another 45-degree angle elbow, and it actually sounds really good, man. Sounds way better. It's not as loud or as impressive as the Sidewinder, but then again, at least I can listen to music or have a conversation inside the cabin of the Bug. With the Sidewinder, forget it. You might as well just shut up and hold on. Shut up and hold on, because it's hella loud. Anyways, I have it running right through, kind of like the end of the right here. I was gonna get a tip, never really got around to it. I don't know, it's just been too busy, I guess. But today I decided to repair my Sidewinder muffler. Let's see how that turns out. Altogether, it's about 80 bucks in total. Just little parts, knickknacks, elbows, step down, flange, about 80 bucks. So this is a lot cheaper if you got a welder, to do, than ordering a $300 muffler, which Sidewinders don't make quiet Sidewinders. Some of them use or recommend, they actually recommend that if you want a quieter Sidewinder, that you basically make like a smaller pipe that goes in right here, and it necks down to a smaller diameter. But that's basically going to turn it into like my turbo muffler. Same thing. That actually is what explains that little hole right there, because I had something like that. And it did kind of work, but I got a lot of this little hissing noise, because there was the air would escape from here. And I get like this, it would sound like an air exhaust leak hissing noise. I didn't like it, so I had the hell with it. So I didn't do it, took it off. But that explains that hole. That's right. Yeah. Anyways, you can see. And that's the thing where it had a bracket broke off. So we're cutting that off, putting in another plate, and welding it back on. And voila, good as new. She's almost done. Just need to weld the bracket back on, and that's it. I know it looks like crap, but that's the side you can't see, so I can live with that. So now I need to put the bracket back on right about there. Ya estuvo. She's all done. Just got the bracket back on. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like crap. Si no te le fijas, no se le nota. Like I said, that's the side you'll never see. You only get to see the bottom part. This part. Anyway, still hot. Ouch. Here's a close look on the muffler. The way I did the stitch on the top. It doesn't look, the welds don't weld that well because, you know, I'm trying to weld two dissimilar metals. Stainless steel with I think this galvanized steel. I don't know what the wire I was using on the TIG. I don't know what it was, but yeah, who cares? Got it welded. Got the bracket on. Actually, I think this side it came the perforated tube that goes like that was loose on one side, and that was causing a rattle. And at certain RPMs, it would cause a rattle. And now fixed, because there's a huge hole. I can do whatever I want. So basically, that. Then right here, I made a couple of holes because there's a bracket that goes like that across the whole muffler, and I use that to, you know, reinforce it. That's pretty much it. You know, because this thing is like almost $300 if I want to buy a new one. You know, I wasn't gonna do that. Can't justify it to the wife. It ain't gonna happen. So I figured instead of throwing it to the garbage, I'd repair it. But right now I'm not running with it. It's just too loud. I use this for like, let's see if I'm going with my friends to do some drags or whatever, and it sounds really impressive, you know, because it's a 2234. It sounds very impressive with this exhaust. The other one is more, what's the word? Tamed. You know what? What I noticed is that it's got the same input or same diameter on the input and output on the turbo muffler, but it necks down to a smaller diameter inside. Not this one. This is actually whatever thickness this is. It goes all the way through like that, then it comes back out like that, same thickness. The turbo muffler doesn't. It just necks down to a smaller diameter, and then the exhaust is over here, so it kind of goes like this. And it's also neck down, and then it necks up again to the same diameter as the input, and then it goes out. And I think that's causing a slight restriction, which gives me less power. And I can feel it. I can feel the difference between this muffler and the turbo muffler. Except the turbo muffler sounds more tamed, and this one sounds like Chewbacca, the Chewbacca exhaust. Anyways, that's more or less what I did instead of buying that. Now what I was thinking is I'm probably going to try to weld a bung right here, because I want to get a oxygen sensor hooked up to it. That's going to be fun. And I also want to put another bung on the other exhaust so that I can run the same oxygen sensor. We'll see how that happens.